Friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome back, where we talk all things health and wellness. Today I am super excited to be making with you Trim Healthy's basic recipe of a healthy carb pancake recipe, and I can't wait to share this with you because look at these ingredients. They're simple, everyday ingredients that you can get at Aldi. Now, the gentle sweet, if you don't want to get Trim Healthies, you can always get an erythritol stevia blend at Walmart. Or if you'd like, you can just sweeten with some honey, a little bit of honey in your batter if you'd like. Cut. I need to take a pause in the video because I was looking through the Trim Healthy cookbook, and I was actually looking for a different recipe and found, if you flip the page of the Trim Healthy pancake recipe, there's a dairy-free version there. Funny thing, I never saw it. I was like, what? What do I do now? I just made a video. I just made these dairy-free. They're super delicious. So I looked a little closer at the recipe, and my variation and their variation is a little different. Mine actually has more protein, so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to keep it. I'm just going to go with it and share with you my version of the dairy-free, but know that there is a dairy-free version in the cookbook. I love using the cottage cheese in this recipe because of the protein, and it's a common everyday ingredient. It's nothing fancy or what have you, but I also made protein-focused, dairy-free version of this recipe, and I can't wait to share with you. So stick around throughout this video for that as well. I love how you can throw all of your ingredients in the blender and blend it together. Here's secret number one. This is from my mom, and this is something she started doing, and that is make your batter the night before. Stick it in your refrigerator and let it soak overnight. Now we're moving on to the dairy-free version, and I'm starting off with making a vegan buttermilk, which is 1 cup of vegan milk of your choice. Almond milk is used here, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. Let it sit at room temperature about 10 minutes or so until you see some curdles, and then you know that your buttermilk is ready to use. So I am following the family size for this recipe, and I love, again, how you can just throw everything in your blender. And one thing to note, instead of the 2 cups of cottage cheese, I decreased my liquid amount to 1.5 cups of the vegan buttermilk, and the detail of that recipe is in the description box below for you to follow to make it easier. And I wanted to take the time to show you what the buttermilk looks like up close. So you're going to see some curdling, but it is not going to thicken like your traditional buttermilk will. However, it's just as effective, and it's going to give a nice lift to your baked goods. It'll make nice fluffy pancakes in this recipe. So I just wanted to show you here that I often use my budget-friendly plant protein that you can get at Walmart. It's by Better Body Foods, and it's not a complete protein if you're a protein nerd, but if you're on a budget feeding a family and you want some added protein to help them feel more full, this is the protein powder to use. But really, you can use any protein powder that you would like. So now you are going to pour this batter into a container and refrigerate it overnight, just like you would the original recipe. And look at this batter that's been soaked overnight. Look how nice and thick this is. So here's another secret for perfect fluffy pancakes using this awesome recipe, and that is you don't really want to thin your pancakes out too much. See how they are nice and fluffy here, not too big or flat or what have you, just a nice size, and you just want to get it poured out so that it's a nice round shape, but try not to thin it out much after that. Another key or secret here is that you want to cook these pancakes low temperature, slow for a longer period of time, like maybe 6 to 7 minutes on one side. You might not need as much time on the other side, but that will help them cook all the way through without being doughy. Just look at these. Don't they look amazing? And they're good for you, and they're budget friendly, and they're high in protein. How can you get much better than that? And it's strawberry season currently, so why not add some fresh fruit, whatever is in season. And I like to dollop it sometimes with some on-plan yogurt. So here's the batter of this dairy-free version of this recipe, and it does look a little bit different, but I am telling you, they taste amazing. You have to try these. And it's the same thing with these. You don't want to thin out the batter too much. This will allow for a fluffier pancake. So I didn't want to just edit out all of the unpretty parts because I wanted to show you real life. Sometimes my flips are perfect and sometimes they're not so perfect. And yes, using a little bit of cooking spray may have helped me here. Waffles are one way that you can do using this recipe to always create a pretty outcome, because waffle makers are pretty forgiving and usually always they end up looking pretty grand. And so I wanted to show you that as well. And these waffles freeze really well, so it's a great thing to make and put in your freezer to have on hand. Just look at that. So these are the delicious, dairy-free, but yet still high-protein pancakes. Just look at that. These are so good. You have to give them a try. So many different ways to enjoy pancakes and waffles. There are so many different ways to eat them, whether it's your traditional syrup, fruits, fruit compotes, or purees, or what have you, yogurts, Cool Whips, peanut butter, butter, almond butter. What are your favorite ways to enjoy pancakes and waffles, or what new ideas do you have that I've never heard of? I would love if you left me a comment in the comment section below, and I hope that you make these and enjoy them as much as I do. As a Trim Healthy Mama coach, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my free Facebook community where I give tips and encouragement. There's accountability and inspiration along your health and wellness journey.